Oh, did some grinding and all that, and also a bit of tinkering on the recording settings and all that kind of things, and also the display settings, just to try to make this look better. And Chrono Trigger does have a bit of technical wobbliness or wonkiness, because the screen can scroll on two directions at the same time. It might mean that there's some kind of scrolling might be a bit of going to the difficult side. Oh yeah, that's the critical attack. They programmed it to have they have a different animation in comparison to the regular animation, which is real nice. Slight little detail, and if I remember right, this must have been the first at least Squares of RPG of this kind of, where the enemies were actually animated to do something, to do attacking moves. So this game pushed the medium real far. Maiden Suit, Onyx Heal, and Ethers. Oh, a monster. Another one. A third one as well. What's that? What's this? Down to... And... yeah. Well, but basic Cyclone should do some quite nice amount of hurt to them. Although they do appear quite tough. Although the animation frames of the enemies are quite simple, mostly just 1 or 2 frames. But it's still more than just no frames and just flashing when they do something. If even that. Oh, that was... well... Magate Bromide. Sounds some sort of weird salt or something. There's also plenty of all kinds of monsters walking about, and you can of course avoid them, but usually. And I think that in the later episodes I might take it to myself to cut away this kind of encounters. Just for the times, just for the convenience sake. Now, so time to use show the hip. Lucas Flame Toss. She can throw fire, which actually burned those things out of existence quite efficiently. Yeah. Revives. They do exactly that. In some other Final Fantasy games they called some other Squares of games they called Phoenix Downs. Yeah. Oh yeah, they don't like Oh yeah, they ate folks. But the general, you can still see that the general structure of this dungeon level is quite simple. These look very much like some sort of disguised characters, but let's have a chat with the king. Alright. I have no intention. Actually, oh yeah, I don't pick fight with them. Not because I can't pick fight with them, I just don't see it necessary to pick a fight with them. That room I already checked. There's a Steel Saber, that's actually a weapon for Chrono. Quite a big boost to his attacking ability. And these spikes, well, quite worthless. Power Tap, those are handy items, they increase your power. Magus, that's a foreshadowing. But let's start to get through this. It was not. Oh yeah, they wanna fight. They got us in ambush. Let's take them out with a swipe. Yeah, the Cyclone's got quite big arc of swing. Yeah, and critical strike. And you could say also that there's a nice little detail that you can shift the battle menu around and the color of weapon, or at least with Chrono, changes when he does those attacks. So there's lots of this kind of little extra details programmed in the Chrono Trigger, which makes it, if not its best of its genre of all times, at least among one of the better ones of its basic form. I don't need to big fight them. No entry. Alright. That's very unfriendly. Oh yeah, more monsters. Let's try to use the double technique of Fire Whirl. That means Chrono does the Cyclone and Luca does the Flame Toss at the same time to the enemies, causing a massive chunk of damage. Which is quite handy, because fights they're much more inconvenient than they are really dangerous. But inconvenience is an inconvenience. And yeah, well, let's kill the bats just because they're in my way. Yeah, mad bats, they are able to heal themselves by attacking you. Not the most dangerous, and some of them do have quite dodginess, but not against that one. Yeah, and when even Luca is able to do the physical attack, punch them out of existence, it means they are quite weak. And pick one shelter up. Shelters are very handy. They are necessary, you could say. And I do say. Yeah, then that's a trap. Man, seeing how ineffectively I'm playing through this, it should be quite obvious that it's been years and years and years since I last played this game. So many of the basic gameplay trickeries of this game are not in my mind. Although I do know that the basic health bar of your characters never goes, or the health numbers never go up above triple digits, so the maximum number is 999 health and 99 magic points. Yeah, you keep spinning about as much as you want. And of course, or better say not so much of course, to this genre, the enemies remain killed in this room, so you can just waltz around, slaughter them all, and then become much more competent in seeing how these things fare. And money also in this game isn't much of an issue, which is quite nice in comparison to several others members of this genre. And yeah, more enemies to kill. Let's go slash. Like this. And with the genre, quite typically, when you get to manage to kill the enemy from the group, the basic following attack, if it should have gone to that one, goes to somewhere other target, which is nice. It's not always implemented in games, usually in those which have much more heavier emphasis on strategy and ordering of your attacks, but in this one, nice. The completely first Final Fantasy game did not also have that feature, but at least, if I remember right, at least from Final Fantasy 3, and that is Final Fantasy 3 on the NES, they had that feature. And looks like I opened the back door. So it's this thing place allows you to use healing places, get yourself to fully healed with shelters, which are in this game quite plentiful, so there's not much of worrying about of them. And have I found the room with where Magius is? Or is it just here? Well, no trespassing here. Oh yeah, it must be in this place. Oh damn. I should wipe out those dudes much before. Well, but some tactics are still necessary because focusing your attacks is always a good idea. Slice and dice. Yeah, and sometimes the enemies are able to move your boys or group around, but it doesn't so much matter because hey, they always can walk away from wherever they are to beat the living shit out of them. So yeah, those enemies bumping your crew around moves aren't so, you could say, threatening. And you two, get out of my way. You're bothering me. A lot. Although I do say that the shoving around move it's not effective of practically any kind, but it's very nice looking. It gives the game much more weight. I would say gives the moves much more weight. And look at that, there's already a new save spot as well, which I also, and of course in the equipment screen you can switch out all the basic items and whatsoever. And let's just use another shelter. I have quite many of them, and try to get going. Oh yeah, the Chancellor. Yeah, Queen Lean is here. Yeah. Yeah, and it's a boss fight against some sort of pustule-like thing with several legs, horns, teeth, reverts to named Yakra. And first boss fight. Use the X strike. Yeah, that's a dual deck. And I don't remember, is that does it always do that move when it's basically doing it, or is it just a counter-attack move? I didn't take much of it. Must be a counter-attack. And they are much more they are quite unpleasant move to be at the receiving end of. And basic method is of course still the same that you can. Well, let's just basic tactics. Let's just use the fact that apparently, ouch. And unlike in-game like in quite many Final Fantasy games, there is no any kind of limit break attacks, which is in a sense quite understandable because it was quite new mechanic. It came out at the Final Fantasy 7, which came out 2 years from where this game, which is 1995, and Final Fantasy 7 came out 1990. And Frog also knows how to use his frog tongue. Yeah, but Yakura basically has just attacks and that counter-attack move. Not the most intimidating boss, but of course he's the first boss. He even shows that his. Usually you could say that the first boss and whatever, the dangerous things comes from the fact that they can hit all the group at the same time. And there's even nice detail of that. More X striking. And a couple of bangs and he goes down quite easily. Of course he goes down easily, he's the first boss. And yeah, a few experience points and a quite big chunk of gold. Gameplay in Chrono Trigger, as I have mentioned, is not too difficult. Yeah. Oh, there's a new real Chancellor. So, but I still wonder how in hell did Yakura manage to leave from the base, from his position in the Guardia Castle to come to this place. And of course, if I remember right, it was just completely optional to rescue the real Chancellor. Ah, now you don't even need to walk back. Oh yeah, write your laws down and don't just think about that king would have be just for. The ancient was it Babylonian king Hammurabi saw that, hey, let's write down the laws so it's easy to refer and. Yeah. Well, yeah, I know where she disappeared. I'm going right there, that was heavy hints that go where Marle went missing, and who is your? And like with time, you could say that time travel starts now and somebody could come back like a millisecond later. You wouldn't even notice they were gone and they would have gone to something like completely different because Maul just bing disappeared and bing came back. She practically didn't know. Uh-oh. Well, the animation is also nice. Wrong. Well, yeah. With this, time travel adventure is quite much over the perilous princess has been rescued. History has not, as change of history has been cancelled. So there's not much of, well, actually there's gonna be a lots of new things to do. Well, That's a cute reaction from Mal. With the family. And that's... Although with that long time of generations, with that strong resemblance, would be quite unlikely. Although when you look at something like let's take an example of Martin Sheen, good actor, at his, whatever age, let's say something about in his 30s, and then you take an image of his son, Charlie, and look at him at the same age. The resemblance is uncanny. It's horrifying. It's almost spooky. But in about 20 generations, I'd say that there is no resemblance in that long time periods. Oh, and more monsters. So, but I'll just show how well Mal is able to fight, if at all. Actually, not at all. Well, but now Chrono's got his own teenage Harry with him. He can live his horrifying... Actually, no, not so horrifying. It's completely weird. Juvenile fantasy. Although, well, just croaking out of these dudes as well. And it's still really nice to notice, because Time Traveler himself might be going to some place for quite a long time, like you could say, go somewhere, other time, and do something and come back to something like a moment you were born with. So, time travel makes all kinds of possibilities in storytelling and in also narration sense, because and I'm still killing these things as well, just because I don't like them showing their ugly faces to me. Yeah, use the gun. And I wonder, is Luca wearing some sort of gadget set, or what is she actually wearing? Well, she's got a big, huge spectacles. But the fact that what is she actually then wearing is quite different. Is it a helmet or something? I most likely think it quite likely that she would wear a helmet. Yeah, it tackles and stomps me. Yeah, of course, many of those attacks don't have any fancy names, but they don't need to have fancy names. They're quite fun. And noticeably, Mal's basic weapon is a crossbow, which is a good weapon if you know how to use it. Very powerful and mechanical, so in a sense, once it's primed, there's not much need for the physical strength to use it again. Most powerful crossbows built and still being built are primed. Prime. I guess the word is primed. Or I say are drawn with mechanical assistance, like a windlass or cranks or levers, all kinds of mechanical systems, which did not demand as much huge power strength. But yeah. Yay! Luca knows how to open gate. Yeah, and she's proud of her technical skill. Yeah, it's a gate. Yeah. Yeah, well, there's just two of them. That's foreshadowing. Although not important foreshadowing. Yeah. Simple time traveling adventure has been ended. At least one of them. The grandfather paradox has been prevented, or at least in this game we get this moment it could be called grandmother paradox. Yeah. Well, I guess that's the basic mission. And about how long we have spent out of this place, hard to say. Most likely just minutes. And let's just see what's in this place. Caveman banging rocks or logs. Yeah. Yes, you can dance in this game as well, and it looks about as silly as you might expect. But yeah, and let's just eat that guy's lunch again, just because hey, you have regenerating lunch, so of course I'm gonna eat it. No, that's not viable in money-wise. And yeah. There's those four runners are there, and it's all about luck to see about who might win them. But let's just make a little bet. Yeah, let's make a bet. Let's make the steel runner. Who is that armored looking dude? Come on, you little thin man! Run! I am quite certain that it's completely decided by random chance who will be the winner. Oh, looks like I don't know. It might also be that something that the winner of the previous match is now will become the winner of the next one. Hard to say. Yeah, that's just pointless. And what does he sell? Load sword. Let's buy one, even though it doesn't give me much benefit. I'll try, but she doesn't. Oh, and look at that! And this round, the steel runner would have won. Well, it doesn't matter at all. The matters in the Millennial Fair are also quite pointless. So it's time to walk through the Guardia Forest now. And it looks, well, just as similar as it used to be. And some sort of mushroom monsters here. And let's use the cycle spin cut. They went down quite easily. And judging by the amount of damage they've done, I could have been here grinding even before going to the teleport. I could have gone here, but it doesn't matter. Combat in this game, in Chrono Trigger, usually is not really except big. And that's actually cool. And there's usually there's not much even point in fighting the enemies because, well, they are quite boring. And time to end this episode right here before going to escort Marley back to the house. I hope the changes made this game better. Well, this is gonna be quite interesting, maybe. See you next time. See ya.